Shot clock at 6. And Ilyasova kicks to Walker from 15 feet away. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, the last thing I'll say about the Pistons on the road, typically you have to be close to 500 on the road in order to make the playoffs. The Pistons won 7 in a row at one point on the road, but by then they had fallen too far back.
Walker having a fantastic game.
He has 17 points and 6 assists. He's really been fantastic all first half.
And that's exactly what his team needed from him. Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. The 76ers, number 1.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen them boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
They get the rebound. Here's Drummond. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now. Well, when you look at the 76ers, it's no surprise that they have empty seats. I mean, they ended up 12 and 29 at home, which wasn't the worst mark in the NBA, but it was tied for second worst.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Count that one.
And Philadelphia just, at times, hard to watch, even at home. I mean, they had the worst home field goal percentage in the entire league. Hard to get the crowd into it if you are clanking it on the rim every trip down.
Hits, count that one from Stauskas. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Inside, Embiid with the steal. Now here comes Nash, leading the break, and he gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Tony Roden, he's checked in for Stauskas. There's a screen. The pass to Caldwell Pope. And the rejection by Embiid. Now the 76ers on the break. Butler from outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Detroit, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And checking out Detroit, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pack.
Roten dishes to Allen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Allen with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. And he gets it to go. And the 76ers lead by 3. Detroit's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Passes it to Baines. Baseline try. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Baines has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Allen kicks to Embiid. Back to Allen. Roten the pass to Allen. Butler goes in.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
He hits the second from the line. Just a bit of an up and down year for the Pistons last season. Had some long winning streaks and some long losing streaks for first-year head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah, Kevin, some would say it was addition by subtraction because they really went on that big run after they released Josh Smith. 7 straight wins for them at one point, and they also did have some giant lows.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Now here's Jennings. He's covered by Roten. Jennings drives in. It's tipped. Throws it up high. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Leonard, no luck.
And, you know, those giant lulls were a big part of the Pistons' season. I mean, their biggest losing streak was 13 straight losses, and a lot of that you attribute to their defense.
Jennings. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Leonard dishes to Embiid. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And the Pistons also went into a slump after they traded for Reggie Jackson. 1-9 after the trade deadline. That they would end the season on a better note, but truly they were streaky last season.
Shots good by Baines.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Jennings kicks to Baines. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Baines. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Jennings wide open. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. There's a screen. And now Philadelphia on the break. Count the bucket. And now a 10-point Philadelphia lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Allen passes to Leonard. To the inside. Embiid kicks to Roten. Leonard dishes to Embiid. Nobody near Allen. Cans it from downtown. Allen's got 9 points.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
It's Jennings with the drive. To the paint. Here's Baines. That. Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Johnson is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Kemba Walker. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Meeks in at the 2. Leonard, no luck. Pistons trail by 14. Here's Walker. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep 3-point range. Again, Leonard missing. Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
The 76ers leading by 11. Nash kicks to Leonard, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
What a pass. Nash showing you excellent court vision there.
Feeds it to Drummond. Tries it from 9. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Nash. He's averaging 19 points per game, 11 assists, and just over 2 steals. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping, but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx. And I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
No good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. You know, for Drummond last season, his numbers were relatively the same. The expectations placed on him were so hard for him to live up to. Maybe now those will be tempered a bit, and he'll play better.
And Leonard gets it to go.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And it's Walker penetrating. Low block shot. Again, the Pistons score.
And another thought on Drummond, a lot more was expected of him last year, and he saw more attention. Even though his numbers were close to the same, I really felt his impact on the floor was not.
Down low, here's Embiid. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Now a timeout called by Detroit. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Meeks passes to Walker. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Walker against Nash. Clock at 4. Releases from 15. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Walker and Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Leonard with the steal. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. There's the bucket. Good.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Outside, Walker. Inside, Johnson. Good. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Lopez against Ilyasova. Off target from 3-point range.
outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Pass to Meeks. Leonard brings the double team. Shot clock at 5. Here's Walker. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Walker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
The 76ers struggled last year, but it was mostly due to their offensive issues, Greg. At times, they could be okay on defense.
No doubt, Kevin. They've got a good group of rim protectors, and they also knew how to force turnovers, but they have got to improve offensively.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And the 76ers making a change here. Stauskas is checked in. Now, here's Meeks. Defense right on him. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Meeks got 9 points.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Nash against Walker. Another miss by Philadelphia. Pistons trail by 6. To the middle, trying to find Ilias open and gets it to him. And that one's good.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Here's Johnson, and Butler sends it back. It's count that one from Stauskas. Stauskas has got 13. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And they call over the back here, too much contact.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Grant, he's checked in for Lopez. Robert Covington comes in for Butler. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Nick Stauskas. And it's Tony Roten in for Steve Nash. Covington, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Pistons trail by 9. Now here's Jennings. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. The offensive rebound.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Allen kicks to Embiid. Now Roten. 5 points in the game. Allen inside the three-point line. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Jennings. Stolen by Grant. Kicks to Embiid. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Morris inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Walker's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. Allen drives in. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Walker with a clean look. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Hey guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play. He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
It's tipped. And he lays it straight in. Jennings has got 5 points so far. The 76ers leading by 8.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks, keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the back, no lids, and off the backboard passes few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. 6 to shoot. Allen's shot is off.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Jennings with the ball. And Roten picks him up defensively. And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That is his first foul of the game. Nash is checked in for Roten.
Checking in for the 76ers, Steve Nash.
Here's Morris. He has 5. Outside Jennings. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid with the steal. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Embiid against Walker. 1:03 left in the third. They get the rebound. And it's blocked. Allen for the 3. Again, Allen missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Jennings kicks to Baines. And the rejection by Embiid.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Pistons have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
The dish to Nash. Rejected by Walker. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jennings passes to Morris. Walker goes in, and the shot is good. Walker's got 34 points.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
He's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Nash can't.
All my just coming homies. Get money, leave the beef alone slowly. Get out my face, you people so phony.
They've got Brook Lopez. Jimmy Butler is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Allen. And it's Nash in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Ilyasova. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Ilyasova's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Pistons. Nash dishes to Leonard. Kicks it out to Allen. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 13 points for Allen.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Now, here's Meeks, defended by Allen. Dishes it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. There's Jennings with the 3. No luck. And the 76ers go the other way with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Allen, that's good. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Jennings with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And that one's good. Drummond.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Leonard draws the double. Left side, Butler. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
That's good. 8 points for Brandon Jennings. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Nash kicks to Leonard. Rebound, Detroit. Ilyasova's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Johnson attacking. Outside Jennings. Drummond a screen. Meeks passes to Drummond. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Drummond's got 9 points now in just the second half. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Nash. 26 points for Kawhi Leonard. Pistons trail by 8. Jennings drives in. Here's Drummond, and it's sent back by Lopez. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Here's Leonard, the second effort. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Leonard having a good one. 8 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's been hot from downtown to go along with those great assist numbers.
Yeah, but he's also shot it well, but then he's also done a great job of dissecting the defense with some great passes.
Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. It's Jennings with the drive. Meeks dishes to Johnson. Top of the key, Ilyasova. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Here's Butler. Embiid kicks to Nash. The feed to Butler. Leonard on the wing. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Leonard's got 15 points here in the second half. Jennings passes to Meeks. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Embiid the screen. Nash outside. Clock at 6. Takes it off the glass. And it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Jennings kicks to Ilyasova.
And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
And he sinks the second.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Ilyasova. He's got 16 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Butler kicks to Embiid. And that one is hammered home.
taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out the open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game. Whoa, that'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Here's Leonard, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Outside Butler. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Jennings dishes to Drummond. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
There's the pick. Down low. Got a piece of it. Lopez with the steal. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Nash. Nash has got 6 assists now in the game. Pistons trail by 16.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Nash kicks to Embiid. 6 to shoot. From deep. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jennings with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Jennings kicks to Drummond, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Jennings passes to Ilyasova. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
And the Pistons making a change here. Walker's checked in.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
It's deflected. Meeks with the steal.
It'll be a jump ball.
Detroit with the ball. Pistons trail by 14 from past the arc. They get it back.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Embiid kicks to Leonard from deep. But they'll get another. And Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. They set the pick. Walker dishes to Drummond. He got right to the cup using that screen. Drummond's got 25 points in the game.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Embiid, the pass to Butler. Embiid against Drummond. And Embiid throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Walker is screen on Butler. And Meeks kicks to Walker. And the layup's good off the glass. Walker's got 38 points.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Down low, here's Lopez. That's tipped. And here's Walker. He kicks it to Ilyasova. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Ilyasova's got 8 here in the quarter. Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, maybe by...
Pistons trail by 9. Outside, Walker. Now, here's Meeks. Defense is right there. 5 on the clock. And it's Walker penetrating. It's hauled in by the 76ers. At one point, they led by 16. Butler kicks it over to Nash. Leonard draws the double.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keeps feeding the fire.
Leonard with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
The 76ers leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Philadelphia.
Agreed, Steve. One of the areas that has been critical for them, Clark, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
Huge factor. A lot of hustle leading to buffet style on the glass. Plenty of seconds.
I wish there was on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Leonard. There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Ilyasova. Morris is checked in for Johnson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Jody Meeks. And here's Covington from the arc. Rebound by the... Pistons.
Yeah. Yeah. I realize this.